Salutations, viewers. My name is Game Dame, and welcome back to another one of my vlogs. So this one is about my ambitions and what I'm looking forward to in the next year, and also exactly what my goals are. And I mean, 2020 definitely had a lot of its ups and downs, of course, mainly downs, due to numerous amount of reasons. But I want to look up this year, at least a smidge, if we can, especially. But I'm not going to be mentioning that. Yes, I definitely want the vaccine. Of course, that is a goal I'm going to get. I'm going to get vaccinated and everything, but I hope to God that's on everyone's agenda. I'll take my glasses off for this one, so you guys can see more of my face. But no, I think there's a couple goals I have in mind this year. So me and my sister have been talking, and we want to open up our own business. And we started putting money away for ourselves, and then we also started a GoFundMe, which I'll link in the description down below. It would be we want to just start like an internet cafe, because that is something we've always wanted to do when we were younger, and we also want to have our own business together. And it's me and my twin sister, so that's one of the biggest things that me and her have been working towards, and just trying to get the details down and everything. And I'm really happy I'm helping her build her first PC, which is kind of getting her more into the know about how these kind of things work, because I know how to build PCs and I know the inner workings of all of that. And that's probably one of the biggest goals this year, is just save up as much as we can for our new dream to build a business together. Another one is definitely, of course, I want to hit at least 10K subs by the end of the year for YouTube, and then hopefully try to get at least to 5K followers by the end of the year on my Twitch. That's a little bit of a reach, but at least another 1K on Twitch would be awesome. That's what I'm aiming for. But those are just the type of goals that I feel like as the goals that I want to bring my channels and I want to bring my future to. Now, there are my own personal goals. And when I mean my personal goals, it's just me as a person. I want to be the type of person that is a little bit more forgiving. I have not always been the most forgiving person, especially since if you fuck with me a couple times, then yeah, that's warranted. But sometimes, especially now more than ever with the election going on, I mean, guaranteed there's definitely some moral boundaries that I have set, but I want to forgive the people in my past, past, middle school, high school era, that I kept a grudge, not necessarily a grudge, but I didn't necessarily want to see them anymore, not only for other personal reasons. If it's too much to the point that I don't want to have any association with them, but I also want to be more forgiving to myself, for the first and foremost. I'm really harsh on myself, and I'm really harsh on what I say to myself every morning, especially when I look in the mirror, and what I say to myself about mentally. And that's I think the mental focus for this year is huge for me, because I don't know. I mean, I've struggled with depression and anxiety almost my entire life. I think I discovered I was depressed and I was really anxious when I was about, what I want to say, 11, 12. And at first I didn't realize that's what it was, but it turned out to be that. And I went to go see countless therapists, and a lot of them were chosen by my parents, and they were not necessarily the best ones. And it turned out to be worse than imagined, because then they would force their opinion on me from what my parents had done. And then other times it was my anger management classes, same concept though. It was just my parents sending me there thinking I needed it, but I didn't. They just made me more angry, the fact that they kept sending me there, or the fact I didn't do what they wanted to do. And I want to try to move forward from that, and I want to be a little bit mentally better. I'm no longer insanely depressed to the point where I want to hurt myself or anything, which is great. And I know that many of you out there that are feeling some sort of depression or anxiety right now, especially because of COVID and all the implications, everything that's happening around us is crazy. We're in a crazy time. And I think this year we got to keep somewhat of a more positive outlook, with Biden coming into presidency. Not saying I'm yeah, Biden, woo! We need a change. And I guess the start with him. I'm just I couldn't handle another Trump presidency. As a female, I couldn't do it. It was awful, but I think overall, those are my main goals and ambitions and whatever you want to call them for this year. I want to reach my goals for YouTube and Twitch. I want to try to establish a better income for me and my twin sister's dream to own our own internet cafe. And don't worry, it's going to have a lot of stuff in it. And we're talking like podcast rooms, streamer rooms. We got multiple work desks for people like right next to each other, or right after each other or something. We want to put a bar in there, a coffee shop, and we want to make it safe for women too. So we're gonna definitely establish like not some like hard-earned rules where we're like, look, you respect each other, respect each other's face. You know, if you want to be a good person, don't be a dick. Give each other the respect that you want. And of course, I want to mentally focus on myself as well as those people around me that I hold dear. And then also, like I said earlier, the forgiving factor, not only to the people in my past, but also to myself now. And I feel as if that we all should be focusing a lot on ourselves and our mental capacity, because I feel like our mentalness took a huge hit this year, not especially for people of color, because it has hit them so much harder than most because of all the social activism that is going on is for their rights. And as a female, I know what it's like to have your rights be put into play. But since I'm white, I don't necessarily understand to the fullest extent for a person of color, and I will 100% always be their ally and do whatever I can to do, constantly listen, learning, and pushing the agendas in order to help those, because I have a lot of friends who are people of color and they are very, very close to my heart, and I hate seeing them go through this hardship, especially women of color. They get hit the hardest, the most, and that makes me so angry as a fellow woman. And I just want us to focus on the positive this year. I want us to focus on us going into a new direction. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments down below what your biggest goals and ambitions are. They could be whatever you want them to be. They could be your own personal challenges. They could be something with work. They could be something day by day. They could even be, I want to learn this new recipe. Let me know in the comments down below. I know I kind of vented a bit. I kind of wanted to make this video just because like this is something that I had on my mind, and I was like, you know what? I think I really need to like sit down and just talk about it with you guys, since you guys are my people, my loves, my senpai squad. And I love you guys so much because you guys gave me hope again. I started at COVID in the beginning at March at 350 subs, and look where we're at now. We just passed 5K, and I couldn't be more happier because I mean, not only did COVID give me the chance to stay inside and do all this other stuff and extra stuff for YouTube and Twitch, but it gave me a better perspective as to how I want to approach people on the web, and it's given me a lot of insight as to how I can approach a lot of different variables. So I'm really happy despite everything that's happening right now. And I'm so thankful for my therapist. Paula, if you're watching, thank you. But I highly appreciate each and every one of you. And I really hope each and every one of you are doing well physically and mentally. And in this new year, I want you guys to follow those goals and ambitions. Even if it's just getting out of the bed and making your bed or doing the dishes, you got this. No matter how small the goal is, no matter how small of a compliment you give to yourself every day, it starts with one step. Take it a step at a time and you'll get to your end goal. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I highly appreciate your time. Please do not forget, as part of my goals, to subscribe and or follow not only to my YouTube but to my Twitch. You guys know where my YouTube is at, but you can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/thegamedame. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Wah! I don't know what I'm doing, but see ya.